We're good on that. Fuck all that. All right, cool. Welcome to The Window, the sports betting podcast where we try to turn our losing hobby into a winning, legitimate side hustle. And it is major week 2, the second of the 4 majors, the PGA Championship this week, and Mr. Scotty Scheffler is our odds-on favorites. Rowdy, how goes it, man?
Good, man. Good to be here, big brother. Good time of year. Obviously, great time of year for golf. Starting to pick up, right? We love it. Obviously, being able to play ourselves, but it's also just you're in the prime stretch of fun golf. Like
the weather's just great.
It's perfect, and like as fans, you see the Masters, and you're like, oh, it's just terrific, right? And then you get a couple really good events, and then all of a sudden you get in this unique lull in the middle of the summer, but you have this PGA that pipes in, and since they moved it from where it was late in the year,
it was August.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I thought.
It won. Like
yeah.
Right? There's not another sport that we get to really feel like that. Like, you guys talk about this a lot. I really love you guys talk about this. Baseball, so long, right? And so,
yeah.
Like, you get All-Star Game, and then you get, like, the playoffs. But you get these big events all in 4 months, but then you still get the little ones, still got the players. It's like here for us.
Yep.
Right? I'm glad they made the change. It's also changed the courses. Right? A lot of people kind of forget that. Like, moving to PGA where it's not. Yes, like when I went to the PGA in 17, it was a baked potato. It was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, this one's where? Oh, see, God, it's going to be great. The weather's going to be perfect.
Right, and it's good because it'll kind of, in July it's not going to be great weather. It'll be crisp in Southport. So.
And that's pretty smart because the British is in July now. Which one's on Father's Day? U.S. Open. So May, June, July. Then PGA. I mean, then Eastlake. And yeah, they figured some shit out, timing wise, anyway. Because they moved the players. The players used to be
Mother's Day.
They moved that back to March because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Moved that back to March. Masters April. PGA May. U.S. Open June, July, August. So it's a major a month, my opinion. A major a month for 5 months. That's really. It's just not registering. That's really fucking smart.
Right. So
that's really fucking smart of them. They've
even improved the fall schedule. So just talking straight PGA scheduling wise, like I hate to give them too much credit, but they're finding ways, right? And there's tons of flaws in their system, but I think some of the most recent schedule changes has made it fun as a fan.
Yeah.
So it's just really enjoyable.
Cool. Do you think? And this is just, like I said, I didn't write shit down on purpose. I'm just flying off the dome. Do you think Liv had anything to do with them getting their shit together like this?
So these schedule changes happened pre-Liv. I think the best thing Liv did for getting their shit together was money, 100%. The thing that threw a wrench in, though, is some of the bells and whistles that they put on the contract for sponsors.
Yeah.
So like last week's a perfect example. Okay. Wells Fargo was the sponsor for years, right? For that event. It's in Charlotte. That's where their global headquarters. And now
Quail Hollow.
Yeah.
It is Quail. Okay, I remember.
Wells Fargo didn't want to sign the contract to pay what they did, right? I don't know all the like fine tuning. Yeah. I mean, they're a financial institution. They print money for fun. They're going to know how to make an investment.
Yeah.
So I think that's changed, and so because of that, you've seen a lot of very unique sponsors, right, happen recently.
I was going to say, I didn't know, was it 2 weeks ago? It was a Cadillac?
Yeah. So
that's new.
That's after. It just used to be.
Right, but Cadillac didn't have one. Long time ago. No, I do remember the Buick one. Yeah. Okay.
I think the schedule changes is great. It makes it fun for this time of year. Really just a good run of golf for a lot of the major players that they'll then take probably a little bit of time down, right, before they peak back up.
Got you. That makes sense before it gets too fucking hot too. So tell me, I don't know shit about this course.
Yeah. So oddly enough, I tend to know most or a little bit about most courses.
Right.
This one, even for me, I was like, well, I have a really good buddy that has played here. Actually, just shout out to the Welsh D-Gens. We're all leaving on Thursday to go out to Wales, and he's going to be on the trip with us. So shout out to you boys. Looking forward to it in a couple days. But, he is like, it's just there. It's hard, right? And it's interesting. So I'm like, okay, let me think of all the other PGA courses that come to mind. Valhalla, those are the most recent ones that come to mind.
Right.
The thing about this golf course that they're kind of reiterating it's not set up like a normal PGA. So a normal PGA tends to fend into bomb and gouge. So big bombing drivers and then just kind of wedging it.
Okay.
These greens, so this was an old Donald Ross design, big over-the-top greens. It kind of everything falls off. So there's a lot more emphasis on precision and like second shots, and that's not part of the PGA recipe most of the time.
I'll say that seems almost U.S. Open like.
Yeah, without the firmness, right? And so the U.S. Open's got the firmness involved with it, and so but then you get the rough at the U.S. Open too. I don't know. It'll be really unique because it's not set up in the same way that they're used to, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with them throwing a wrench in.
Yeah.
But it's made thinking about who's going to be successful quite different.
Okay.
So like, usually you have those big hitters, and that's kind of your main KPI, your main stat, right? That's important. It's not even on my radar as a priority.
What was that? KP?
Like, so your best, key performance indicator would have been driving distance, right?
Okay.
And it's not even on my top 7 to look at. Like, I'm not even close. Total driving might be,
but not
distance isn't close. And it's totally different than what you and I talked about for players and for masters and things like that.
So you're talking about like 3-wood off the tee type shit.
Yeah, or just hey, you have to be. So the best way I would describe it is right here. 3-wood off the tee concept doesn't make sense. It's more methodical.
Okay.
Because I have to be more methodical off the tee, I might have different distances in. So it's playing at like 7,400 yards, but it's par 70. So a lot of people see 7,400 like, oh, it's short. Well, it's 2 strokes under your normal par 72. So you got to keep that in mind, right?
Shit.
And so you're going to see a lot more shots, I think. I'm assuming, unless it gets firm, you'll see a lot more shots from 150 to 200. So your mid-long iron is going to be much more essential than in most PGAs.
Huh.
And so I was surprised by that because I was like, in my head, I was like, I think I hate to kick myself in the ass a little bit, but the 2 bets I made, like I made the 8 bets preseason regardless, right? The 2 bets I made were more of the bomb and gouge mentality.
For the two I put in at Harris?
Yeah.
Robert, was it McIntyre?
So
let's see.
Yeah.
There are people that are on caps. They're on Koepka hard. When I was listening to VSiN yesterday, Koepka went from, there was somebody, Patrick Cantlay, 52 to 1.
Yeah, he would have been a really good bet 2 weeks ago.
Right. And then they said Brooksy was 37 to 1. I don't know what he is actually. I'll fucking pull it up right now.
It's interesting because I didn't know enough. So just getting back to your kind of thought, it's a different event. They haven't played a player one. So it's the perspective of
the Black Knight.
Yeah. Global ambassador to golf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I think it'll be interesting. They hosted a women's major there in 2020. But, since other than that, they've had a couple events here and there, but
nothing
heard much of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's fun. It's like when they did Chambers for the US Open. I think it's fun. Like Baltusrol is an example comes to mind, or the course in St. Louis that they played the PGA Championship at like 4 or 5 years ago. There's just ones that this is the one they can throw a wrench in because the British Open has a rotation, right? You have to be on the rotation to kind of get these.
Yeah.
Right? The Masters obviously comes to a great place every time, and the U.S. Open tends to stick with the same.
The U.S. Open is just always tough. Yeah.
And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this course has. I think it's going to be aesthetically awesome.
Yeah, like I think with you saying it being in Philly, the weather's going to be dope.
Yeah.
The crowd's going to be fucking rambunctious, probably. I think the crowd's going to be live because really they don't get events up there like this often.
Not like this.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, part of the Northeastern sports teams have not had the greatest go in the last couple weeks as I've been doing this podcast.
No.
But I think Joel Embiid was on the golf course not playing the other day because of how bad he's been playing. Right? Like it's that's funny. It's a great area to be a sports fan, obviously, but I think it's going to be terrific to see what they do. I think it'd be awesome if the city of Philadelphia kind of gave a good showing.
Yeah, that's
what happened with a little bit. Like obviously the fans were really tough on everybody.
Yeah, that was fine. That was a rough go. That was a rough go. Thanks.
Yeah, I think I'm excited. I look forward to seeing what around has. Something different. Just have you seen the photos of my boys playing up in the Northeast? It is so lush right now. It's like that green that we get in like April when we like.
Yeah, no, right when it's like, oh, it's golf season. It's time to go.
See what's What's a
So the two I put in for you up at Harrah's were Robert McIntyre and Brooksy. All right, now who are your other Koepka now? Normally I have my iPad, but I'll use my phone here. Do. Wait, you got okay? So Bobby Mack went up. You got him at 50-1, right?
Yeah, I did.
He's well. This is Bovada, so it's square as shit.
Yeah, I got Bobby Mack.
He's at. I think I got when I put it in for you. He's at 50-1. Yeah. Okay, he's plus 7,000 now.
Yeah, it's
and Brooks. Yeah, no, which is, I mean, who the fuck knows on this thing? That's the other thing I realized when we were. Oh yeah, Brooks went down.
Yeah, he's playing some ball.
Yeah, he's 35-1. Yeah. Tommy Fleetwood's 28. Fitzpatrick which is who I thought you had for this tournament, but it was for another one, a later one, I think.
No, I had him in the Masters.
In the Masters, okay, he's 22-1. Bryson 22-1, and of course Scotty and Rory. Scotty's 5-1. Rory's 9-1. Cam Young's 12-1. John Rahm 16-1. And Ludwig, 18-1.
They're awesome numbers, right? And I think I'll kind of recap what my bets are, and I'll tell you why. Go through the stats.
Yeah. That's what I was curious as to.
Really felt that like about a month ago. I went to it. Just
why not?
$5 to the window there because they were good payouts.
Right? Yep.
They weren't bad. So those two as wins, but then I've got a couple guys from like top placing perspective. So I've got Siwoo in the top 20 finish. His numbers are terrific.
Yeah.
Siwoo Kim, he is, but unfortunately, and this kills me, Siwoo Kim's numbers have been terrific for years in certain areas that I love. He just doesn't find a way to make it happen. So top 20 was a fun bet. 5 to make 14. Cool.
Okay. Simple, yeah.
Right? That doesn't bother me. You
gotta forgive me. I'm flying through this shit right now because I'm because
I'm so invested for some reason. Brooksy, I put a 5 for him to do a top 10 finish. Like I have a card for him to win. But I like a top 10 finish because I like his numbers because it was 5 to make 27. So to me, it's a little small hedge there, right?
5 to make 27, 10 to make 54.
Yeah. So to me, I enjoy the fact that I'm hedging that a little bit because I love his numbers, and I think that's great. Yeah. And a little bit more of an emotional one that I did is a top 10 finish for your boy Rick.
I was just about to look. They got top 20 finish for Siwoo Kim is plus 170. I mean, you can find a better numbers. Make sure to shop for good lines.
Like you and I were talking all day Sunday.
Yeah.
Rick, he's doing that 2023 resurgence that he had. But I think his numbers fit good at this course because of his iron play, right? He's never been a long ball striker.
Never has, yeah.
That can kind of hurt, right, at times, but I think he doesn't really need it as much when it comes to the way this course is going to play. So I liked him for a nice top 10 finish, and then I got a couple heads-to-heads. I've got Brooks Koepka to beat Patrick Reed because Patrick Reed's a douche. Like,
man, fucking Bert that plays Golden Tee up at the bar. He's texting me on Masters Sunday, and he's just like, anybody but fucking Patrick Reed, dude. Anybody. And I was like, this, and I'm watching the shit on Masters Sunday, and I'm like, this dude's just heel enough. He's just heel enough to do it. To where you're like, you want to root for him, and then you're like, man, fuck that dude, man. Like, you're a douche, man.
The minute he opens his mouth, you're like, oh,
you suck. Yeah.
Like he just is a child. I like the Brooks thing, getting him beat because I thought that was kind of nice, and that's mostly just emotional. And then I like Rose beating Tyrrell. I like to do a little year.
I like that, yeah.
Because Rose has had a terrific year. I still love Rosie winning a major this year.
I think he's going to get one.
I think he plays well. I think I've got him at Southport winning one. I think that's one of my tickets. I don't know. He's not in like crazy peak. He spiked so well in March and April that I don't know if he's going to win, but I like him in his head-to-head match. And Tyrrell plays well, and I'm a big fan of Tyrrell, and I think he's probably one of the funniest reads on tour in terms of his commentary. Like, put a mic on that guy and let him go. He's an absolute riot.
Really?
So, he's just a hoot. And he comes with that, like, really rough British accent, and he's just an absolute riot. Yeah.
All right, so Rose versus Hatton, we're taking Rose.
But I like, because I hedged a couple, right?
Well, of course, yeah.
They're fun. They're fun when you can do little ones like that. And I think you and Chris kind of hit at that. Like, you can go a half a unit, and you can go, and it's you've been really preaching this to me for years, but it's been great on the pod the last few days, the volume concept. Right?
Yeah.
And I think you and I talked about golf, right? Golf is a little bit unique from a betting perspective. So having looked into handicapping golf, like it is extremely difficult. And I think the example we give was NASCAR.
Dude, literally that's where I was going, because you're waiting on the wreck.
Yeah.
And you gotta pick the guy that's gonna come out of the wreck the least damaged.
Right. And I think it's thinking about that more. I need to do more of the top 10, top 20s, more matchups, right? And I know for a little while there we got on the like final round scoring and like or just Saturday scoring and took a bucket of beatdown. And that's I shoulder it. I'm very aware of it and very transparent, just like you are. But to me, it cracks me up because I prefer doing a few of these now because I think I'm having more fun.
Yeah.
If I pick two winners and they're both lost, I'm like, this sucks.
No, but if you got a head to head, it matters. Like you're stuck watching 18, not stuck, but you are invested in 18 holes on Sunday.
Yeah.
And whether they start at fucking 8 a.m. or if they're in prime time on CBS at 3 p.m, you are in there for 18 fucking holes. And to me, that's what makes it fun. And the little odd screen that I use, granted, there's only one book that really throws out round by round matchups that match up with some of the sports books out in Vegas. But I think it was Masters Sunday. I had the last matchup. I could go back and look, but I'm not. It would take too much time. There was one, like, you can see, if you see a line move, it was, not Hovland, Woodland, Gary Woodland against somebody. And the line moved like 10, 15, 20 cents. It was like minus 110, or he was plus 110, and he got to like minus 105. It moved like 15 cents. And I was like, well, that's a bet, because a sports book isn't going to move a line 15 cents unless that's some respected money coming in and a respected opinion. And now, like, Sunday, I'm gonna probably I'm gonna save it for Sunday, but I'm gonna look for those 15 to 20 cents moves. And the other thing I'm gonna look for, I just lost my train of thought on it, was the 15, 20 cent moves. Oh, and that's what I was gonna ask you on this course that we don't really know shit about. Which because I know on this book, Bovada, you can bet each hole, if it's a par hole, if it's a birdie hole, if it's a bogey hole. And you can bet each golfer on that hole if they're going to par it or not. Yes. It's complete degeneracy. It is unacceptable, and I love it.
Yeah.
And that's what I was wondering. Do you, right offhand, which holes does this have, like, which course is that has the fucking bear trap and all that shit?
That's at the Honda Classic. So that's down in Florida. That's in
Florida, the bear trap.
This doesn't have
the 16, 17, 18 shit that just eats your lunch, or it's supposed to eat your lunch.
Oddly enough, I don't know enough. One thing I would probably say is I believe there's only 2 par 5s. So I think that's going to be that possibly could be something to watch, and watch the par 3s. But being a par 70, I'm going to predict, I'm just going to guess here, that looking at those,
right,
5s and 3s might be important because you only have 2 par 5s. Then, and I can't guarantee because I didn't look at that. If there's, to me, I'm assuming there's less par 5s. They're going to want to take advantage of those.
So they're going to have to get after it.
Some more fluctuation, right?
Mistakes.
With the greens being the way they are, I think they're going to get a little bit more reps with their mid and long range, which might help them. Mm-hmm. I think there's not quite anything in my brain that I feel passionate about that I would do a hole by hole bet, but I would probably monitor the crispness of how the tournament starts.
Okay.
Because if it starts and they're going low, I don't think they want anybody to go like 15. I think they want
they want that 10 between 10 to 12 to 13 range. Winner may be 13 under after. But
I don't think they want to people lose their zest.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do anything about hole by hole until you get a couple days.
I was going to wait until Sunday. Yeah, I was going to wait. I mean, the odds are kind of shitty, but
with some of that, then you could monitor if there's someone trying to get up into something, like they might take more risk on the par 5 or go at a pin on the par 3, right? They
got to attack and feast or famine. I mean, you're going to either get up.
It's going to be tough. I would say I'd love to see a lot less birdies, right? But I think you're gonna, if it gets crisp enough, you're gonna see a lot of people over 70.5.
That's what
right? Things like
lot overs.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'd look on some of the overs on Sunday if it gets crispy like that, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna.
It depends. Well, it also depends on who's where.
Success doing that. So
No, yeah.
So that might not be the play.
So your opinion on the man Gotti? Like, what do you think?
You know what? It's hard for me to not anticipate that he can't win. He's so good. One of the things that I kind of like on some of these guys, on some of these numbers, is fatigue right now. So they've just had 2 back-to-back signature events. And I think you have to play like 6 out of the 7 or something like that.
Or you get fined, right?
Or yeah, you have to get fined. And sometimes it's like, what's the fine? Boo-hoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took last week off. And so that, to me, I think is, like, Rory didn't, but Rory is a member at Quail and has won there 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And so I think I love Scotty getting some reps. And they were showing videos of him balls on Sunday. If he's there, getting his reps in.
Because he got second, the past few events, he's gotten second place, right?
Yeah, he's had a terrific year in terms of, like, high finishes and money. Like, he's still over $10 million this year. And so,
of course he is.
Yeah, right.
Goddamn.
Like, he has good mental and he has a good fortitude, and the new baby came in and every was fine, right? And so I think he's tough not to bet, but the odds aren't good. So
they're not.
From a gambling perspective, as a fan perspective, I'm like, cool, great, awesome. From a gambling perspective, I'm like, why? Like,
5 to 1 isn't worth it.
Yeah, when it comes to golf bets, it's not. If you're being smart, like the way you do NBA games, like WNBA games, then he's a great bet, right? Because you're going to get 40 games out of him.
Yep.
But like for him to win, like that means
it's such a long shot.
43 people could beat him.
Speaking of the NASCAR thing, like it's just anybody can get hot at any time.
And that's why I kind of like the top 5s, top 10s, and some of those matchups.
Well, they also have this. They got this fucking. I thought it was 2 of them. They got winner without
Scotty.
Yeah.
I still have a hard time picking anybody other than Rory. And if you take Scotty and Rory out, then you actually have a conversation. Like, I hate to say it, like.
No, but it's true though. With the
true.
way,
I mean, yes, Cam Young's playing terrific. So let's put it this way: if you take all 3 of those out, it's a full podcast conversation, right?
If you
all these other people, but like those 3 guys are just balling.
Here's what's trippy though: with Scheffler, Rory's 9 to 1. Without him, he's 7 to 1. So everybody drops $2. Give or take. Yeah, Cameron Young is 12 to 1. If Scotty plays, or if Scotty's in the mix, 10 to 1 without him. Rahm, 16 to 1 with Scotty in it, 12 to 1 without him in it. Ludwig, 18 to 14. Bryson, 22 to 18. So they all drop about $4. It's still not a. Yeah, you got to get rid of those 3.
Yeah, you do
to make it worth. Wow, that's.
I mean, you can root for him. Like being a fan is one thing, but make this losing hobby into it.
Yeah, interesting.
You just have to watch your bets, and you won't be making 25 bets.
No, not here. Right. Yeah, here. So, this, like I said before.
2 and 7 and make it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This is one of those I would don't do this, listeners, but I would take $100 and put $10 on some long shots and fucking pray. Yeah. Or I would take that $100, divide it up into $5, $10 head-to-head bets, and try to go 6 out of 10, depending on the odds.
Yeah.
And try to hit 60% and make some fucking money. It's not as, you're not getting the big score, but think about if you do this every weekend. Yeah. And you get good at it, which is what some of these cats do. You make a lot. You make some long-term money that way. Pardon the cat, guys. Tuco, you're just going to stand in front of the camera. Don't eat the camera, Tukes. Oh, the joys of live television. Come here, Tukes. No, don't sit right in front of the camera, dude. Are you gonna? Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll edit this out. Maybe I won't. Maybe not.
So who do you think, Tukes? Huh? Dumpster Kitty, what do you think?
He's just trying to get to his water. He just wants to know what's happening. Either way, like I said, I'll edit him out. And you're right there on camera too, by the way. Just if you want to. No, but if you wanted to lean in and just. Tuco, but you're a douchebag.
But no, it's I'm excited because it's odd enough about golf. Like I tend to think it through, and I tend to have a good opinion, and I tend to have a lot of thoughts about the course and the play that's happened. I have a lot less in this event than I tend to normally have. I'm excited about it because oddly enough, I'll have quite an opinion when it comes to the British Open, having played the course twice, right?
That's what
and then
that's
having
what I'm wondering, because you haven't. I'm not even. That's what makes it fascinating to me, is that for you to be like, I don't really know a lot about this course. That I find that so now I'm paying attention to what you're saying about you bombing it off the tee really does you no good.
No, and that's what I loved doing a little bit of research, and like, thank God for all the different things we have to help us with research now. Right?
Yeah.
Doing this back in the day was just
no. There would have been a few hours of Jesus Christ. Yeah.
The fact that it's playing, they're anticipating these shorter shots off the tee, or they're anticipating these 150 to 170 more often into the par fours, but also the type of greens. I just think you're not gonna have a Bryson runaway kind of situation.
Yeah, because you're not bombing it, chipping it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because me and Pete and I played last week, and it was funny because it was like I'm just thinking about the mental side of golf, and we were 4 holes in, and you know this because you told him which club to buy, but he's in love with the 7 wood.
Changing the world. It's changing the world.
And it is. My thing is this though: 5 holes in, he didn't break out the driver because he kept using the fucking 7 wood. Hole whatever we were on, breaks out the driver, smokes it on a rope, straight down the fairway, 270, 280, easy. And I turn around, and I look at him, and I'm like, "Hey, man, why didn't you want to go? Oh, because I've been using the 7 wood. No, This is that course. I feel like, in that I know if you like a club, you use the club, but I feel like, bro, grab the 3 wood.
Yeah,
you don't necessarily need the driver.
And you know what's funny about that situation? He hit that 7. This is my inside scoop on.
Hopefully, you're listening, Pete.
Yeah, here you go. I'm still here for that one, because that's maybe what. I think maybe you're bringing up a really good point that these guys might have. They might have some of these shorter shots, and then they're more methodical around the golf course.
Yeah,
and they don't like hitting 7, 6, 5 on these greens, but they're gonna play like there's placement golf.
I hate any iron 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron. Kiss my ass. They are my absolute weakness. And I feel like this golf course is going to bring out, if your middle irons are a weak part of your game, you're in trouble here. Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
That's why I think when you think about kind of the things that'll matter, I think when you like shots gained approach, right, is just really, really important. And so you've got kind of, if that's the case with the greens, shots gained approach, distance from 150 to 175.
Yeah.
Your bogey avoidance because of that. Par 4 scoring. Right, I think those stats will be really helpful as you try to figure out which guys you like. Right, I mean, approach to the green is what AI, the powers that be, told me was like the number one thing to look at. And I'm like, okay,
let's look into it. Yeah, then you dive deep.
You want to hit good shots. Well, it's the fact that you have to hit good shots and they don't care about driving means the shots in the greens matter that much.
Damn.
Right, and so I thought that was cool. I was interested to know that the leader on the PGA Tour to date on strokes gained approach to the green is Brooks Koepka. So,
motherfucker. Okay, then.
He just came back from the tour, right? He hasn't played as many. He's only measured 23 rounds in this stat. I don't care.
Yeah, no, but no, right.
And you know what's funny? Those are 23 recent rounds because he left Liv
and came back here. Now I'm looking at Brooksy without
62 with a 29 on the front. A decent golf course.
Like down Brooks.
He's coming to go. So when I looked at that number, it was great to see because I already had a great feeling about Brooks. Mm-hmm. I was like, I got saved by the humming capability.
Yeah.
It's not his strength at the moment.
Because it comes and goes.
Right. So his short game approach, which matters at this course. So I got saved. So that was interesting to see. Obviously, Siwoo Kim's got a good number there. Matt Fitzpatrick. Collin Morikawa, right? Like, we haven't mentioned that name.
If his
back's fine, I love it. He's driven 3 times in the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, including last week. So I like Collin Morikawa on paper. I will not put any money on it.
You can't.
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't trust, Wemby when he didn't play in game 2. Nobody knew. Book didn't play in game 2. right? And so I think it's just a concept that, like, I love his numbers, but he's only got 26 measured rounds, and he's a full-time PGA Tour player. And Brooks has got 23.
And he's a live guy, or was a live
Yeah.
guy. Wow.
So, you see a Siwoo Kim with 45 measured rounds. You see Colin with
20
less.
Yeah, what?
Because all the withdrawals. We talked about how mad we were when he withdrew it at the Players.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
He had a hot dog at the the first tee and withdrew.
Matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was such an uproar that it was either FanDuel or DraftKings, one of the big boy books. They ended up giving money back.
So I got my money back. I was there in Vegas. The MGM book got me my money back. Right.
That's
They were like, and I don't know if they had, because I figured rip this up.
It's over. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's how it works.
They gave you your money back.
Which oddly enough they have it on the ticket.
But but now it's in my head. I'm never going to bet on the guy. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So that strokes game approach concept, those numbers are great. Those guys, I think those guys some good numbers for him. Rory's really high on that number. Our boy Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Like Ludwig, I think he's built for higher golf courses. He'll get one.
He's going to get
this one. They're giving a much higher golf course. But no, yeah, I think the fact that you see Rory up there, you see, Matt Fitzpatrick up there, Siwoo, like all the names we already kind of mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that those numbers are there are good. And then you kind of think to yourself, okay, well, what's kind of the next thing? Well, you want to think about tee to green, right? Because that's kind of the next. Okay, Rory, Colin, Matt Fitzpatrick, Scotty, Siwoo. So all of a sudden we just talked about one stat, and they're very similar, right?
Yeah.
Strokes gained approach is an algorithm and it's bonkers, right? It's very nerdy. But if you talk about, the concept of approach, like strokes gained approach to the green, and then strokes gained tee to green, there are some similarities. They're not similar, right? But the fact that you see the top 5 contain so many of the same names, that's why the odds on Rory are so good, and Fitzy are decent. Scotty's really high. Siwoo is kind of that name that I don't think people are seeing.
On Sunday at the Masters, if I'm not mistaken, did he not? He pulled up on somebody and tied for the lead, or he was close.
Who? Oh.
On Masters Sunday, for some reason, I don't know why I remember. Because I was on my way to your place, and I was still here cooking. I got to your place after all the action had died down. But I think, and I might be wrong, it might have been the Saturday before, but he made a move. Yeah. He made a Patrick Reed type move that weekend where he went from 6 to 9 to 10, and I went outside to check the meat on the grill or check on the dogs or something, and I came back in and he was back down to 6, and I was just like, whoa, yeah.
His numbers are great, and so that's why you like him with that tee to green, right? So
yep. Tuco.
He's fun one to keep in mind when you kind of those numbers. Kevin Young's up there too. But again, then guess what? Brooks Koepka also stole it.
No, Koepka's getting to the window. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but this is the 4th time I've heard his name this week from sharp fucking cats.
And I would normally be like, yeah, I called that 2 months ago. Like, it's going to snow, and I actually said, oh, it's bad weather and it rains.
No, is it snow or is it not snow?
I still,
yeah,
cool. But at the same time, I placed that bet today again.
Yeah,
right.
And that's why I'm looking at him at 30-1 without Scotty Scheffler. Why not?
Yeah.
So you get second place. Yeah, man. Get second place, man.
Wants to also keep in mind he has terrific mental state. He is a grinder. He balls, right? He performs in majors.
Yeah.
And he has 3 PGA championships already. So that being said, keep in mind I did articulate that this is different than any other PGA golf course.
Yeah.
Oops. I'm not really being counterproductive to myself here, but
to go.
I think.
Sorry, guys. That's my cat. He pretty much runs the house.
So I think it'll be interesting. Like as I think about Brooks, though, I like the way he's coming back on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking for favors.
No, he wants to earn it. Yeah, I like that. I respect that. Well, and I left for a reason. I went to go get fucking paid. I got my paper. Now I'll come back and show you fuckers that I can fucking play. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Politics.
I don't think he cares.
Because he's just hit ball, catch ball.
Hit ball, long ball, putt, money. No, I would be the same way. I don't care. I'm a gazillionaire. I play golf and I make money. Like that's what it is. I'm just circling Brooks because I'm every which way, but what could possibly go wrong with my fucking luck? Jesus Christ.
It's really fun to watch. And then as you as you dig into who's got those approach, those mid-long shots, you can.
Hovland.
It's kind of I don't know why my Hovland radar is not feeling it right now, but like he's got some numbers and he's performed one of the best ways I can check. So they play the Valspar at a place called Innisbrook. That is an extremely difficult golf course.
Yeah, I remember that being really. I don't know shit about it, obviously, but I just remember that is a hard golf course.
I played it twice, and from like normal people tees in like normal people conditions, and it was brutal. And
they're playing from the tips.
Yeah.
No.
A ball striking golf course, which is they're intending this to be. There should be a precision and patience is what I keep hearing. And so I think he's the kind of guy that he has precision.
Right.
Can he maintain his patience? You know, he's won a FedEx Cup. He hasn't won a major. He's had things slip out of his fingers a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? But he, you know.
Because he's got a couple second places, doesn't he? Hovland? Like not the Masters, but somewhere he's got a second place.
Yeah, he has one.
Oh.
Like I've seen him.
That's it. Yeah.
I think when you talk about those top three stats, those are some things. That number is a number they don't talk about on stuff like that. But it's a number that I feel like people are saying this week because of the way the greens are.
Who was the golfer that for some reason I remember he's on the Champions Tour now? Steve Stricker, but the worse the conditions were, him and maybe somebody else
was known for that.
Like the worse the worse the weather became, the better they played.
You've got some like a Padraig Harrington.
Yes. That's yep. This is raining and shit. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Some of those guys with a little bit that still works in my head a little bit, right? I think he has not peaked in high events, which hurts him. You know, I think you have to have the pedigree a little bit in the PGA Championship. Championship of the ones more likely to have, you need the pedigree. I feel like it leans that way.
Yeah.
I say that, and you've got Rich Beam and Chad Campbell and guys like that won.
Right. You know, Rich Beam, holy shit, man! I remember that. Wow, he was not a small man. Rich Beam was a big fucking dude, man.
Soft play coming in.
Oh man, and whatever Tommy Fleetwood's been wearing lately has been, it's weird, man.
I don't know if we bought two pairs and stitched them together, but they're very Jason Day.
But no, it looked weird at the Masters, and then it looked weird this past Sunday. It came on, and I was like, brother,
it's just the pants.
The shirts are fine as we branch off into a wardrobe talk. But his pants, but I was like, yo, you're like, you look like you're going to the prom in '98, dog. Yeah. Like, it was weird.
He might be like backup for Brian McKnight.
Yes. No, dead ass. Like, you're in an African American male singing group, sir, Mr. Fleetwood. He's in a group called the Fleetwood Boys, and they sing ballads and whatnot.
I still like Tom.
I'm gonna write him down too. I meant to write him down earlier.
I don't see him.
Fleetwood?
Yeah. I see him. Unfortunately, yes, I have a bet on him to win. Right? Just a $5 one that I bet.
Yeah, but why not?
A month and a half ago, because I do that before the season starts.
Oh, is that what you just throw him in and say fuck it?
But
that you couldn't leave him off.
I'm gonna say that until we get
Fleetwood to top 20 is -115.
There's even
money. Almost even money. Yeah. You can if you find another book, you can you can shop it around at fucking Kalshi or Polymarket. You can find better odds or some shit.
So control.
I was gonna say he's not super long off the tee.
Not bad, but his iron striking is so crisp
that I've noticed that.
He gets in such a routine with his tempo. Like, I can watch him swing the golf club.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they're anticipating long screens.
It screams to his game.
I think it's kind of a sneaky one to keep in mind of that. He obviously just finished fifth, at the Truist, which helps the cause.
Yeah. Momentum.
Yeah. Just get him some play. It's interesting. He spends a good bit of time in Florida, but he's based in Abu Dhabi, and I always feel like it's interesting. What his travel schedule's like. Like that's not close to anything in my brain.
No, I don't understand that.
Loves that.
In Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, surprised he left. To I might be. It might not be.
It's a Wazi. It's a Woozy. It's a Frugazi. My cat is just in. Oh, it's right in the way of his water thing. So.
And I know that some people have brought up Fitzpatrick, not Matt. And Alex is the little brother that probably should have won the Truist, right?
Yeah.
He won he won the Indian Hero Challenge on the DP Tour, and then he won the Zurich with his brother down in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And he played great at the Cadillac and almost won last week at Truist.
Wait, that was another Fitzpatrick. I thought that was Matt. What? I thought that was Matt.
So you've got the third best player, if not fourth best player in the world, and the 30th best player in the world, right? It's very hoy down. Those two brothers are fantastic. But I love Alex playing well. He's such an easy guy to root for. I hope the flame out of the candle doesn't.
Right. Because it's inevitable.
He's playing great. He's fearless. So that's awesome. I'd love to see. He'd be a nice little. If you can find a top 25 bet that works for him, that's good. His odds just aren't fantastic right now.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, his brother Matt for top 20 is -140, and what'd you say is
Alex Fitzpatrick?
I don't even think they might not have him on here. I mean, he's got to be on here, right? Oh, there it is, +260 for a top 20 finish.
Not bad.
It's not bad at all.
My heart wants it. My wallet.
Yeah, no, that's. That's kind of cool. That's pretty fucking dope.
Not saying I'm something.
But he's just the pedigree. Yeah, reps. Yeah.
Fortunately, no one gets reps in. Like, no one's going to play like this place.
Nobody. Right. That's what I'm saying. Who is there? Anybody on tour that's a member?
Philly? Probably, but no one's getting reps in like they would at Shinnecock or they would at Augusta
or like at Quail or yeah.
Quail, like where they play every year. Like, I would be surprised at the amount of players that are playing. If there's more than 10 guys with more than 10 rounds
at this course, gotcha.
I'll be surprised.
So this shit's wide ass open. To be honest, I mean, outside of Scotty's and Rory's just pure talent, and Cam, outside of their pure talent, it is wide the fuck open.
Yeah, it's a ball striking's paradise, right? So just take a look, feel what you're comfortable with people's numbers and ball striking.
Yeah, and go from there. It's
interesting. I'm curious how they'll do the setup because I don't know if they'll want to get crispy. I haven't looked at the weather.
Yeah,
because I've been looking at the weather in
Wales, which is obviously more important. That's where you're going.
Probably not. It's going to be in Philly.
No, it's. I mean, honestly, I would think it would be like it is today here in Atlanta. I think it's the kind of cool, crispy weather. You can wear a vest. You can wear like.
For it to get because of how difficult the greens are sounding, because they did have Gil Hanse do an update to this golf course, and Gil Hanse is known to make just courses tough.
Okay.
So I think it'd be interesting. I personally love like a between 9 and 12 under. That to me is a fun championship.
Yeah, because it's
but that's fun.
Yeah, but nobody runs away with it.
Yeah.
And unless you're like me and you're like cooking, you can see all the action before it settles down, and then show up with food, and then everybody's bored. Yeah. Because I'm like running in and out of the house, and I'm like, holy shit! And you're texting me, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? I gotta get over to Rowdy's, and then I get over there, and then it's just Rory, just Rory. No, it was cool. It was really cool, but it was just like, damn, I missed all the action and screaming for anarchy and which is what we want. No, that's why when we were texting, I was just like, holy shit, dude, this is fucking, that would be cool. That would, oh my God. That pressure, like I was texting you I forget what I was texting you something. I think it might have been while I was playing or just watching. And I was like, there's no way I can swing a golf club with that amount of pressure. A 6-foot putt for a green jacket, millions of dollars.
Then you get the reps in.
No way, dude. I played basketball in college. It'd be like me shooting a free throw, and everybody'd be like, I don't know how you could do that with all that. I wasn't very good at it, but it's that. Yeah. It's just doing it over and over and over again.
Even like I'm out of practice with that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm out of practice playing like very focused, high intense golf. These guys don't take days off. Like that's why, and it's kind of a cool part. If you listen to when they talk about when they go play money games with their boys, and they're like, "Oh, that's dumb." No, and you're playing for cash with your boys.
It's focus.
It's just as hard and pressure as wanting to make.
Talking shit with your boys, dude. Talking and then having to hear about it. Yeah, I do not want that.
Yeah.
Nope. Like when we putt, we didn't even putt this past Masters Sunday. We did not putt. Like I'm literally shoveling bacon buffalo chicken dip in my face, and I was like, and I brought my putter. And I walked up with my putter, and then I left with my putter because I was not concerned. I was just like I was hungry and watching Rory do his thing. So
it'll be excited for it from just the perspective of it being a new place.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun part.
Because I know so little about the course, having more fun just kind of predicting solely off of just how they're playing and what the numbers say.
Just the numbers. Yeah, just get lost in the numbers. And
emotion. You had mentioned this one to Chris, I think, in yesterday's pod about mental, like the level of mental knowledge. Like when you're building your...
Oh, yeah. The mental, the model, and the market.
There you go.
For you, the mental is...
that's usually my... I get a good idea, right?
But this is making you do the model part of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I know enough. Like your environment dictates your mentality
in
the game.
Right? Yeah.
I know some tertiary things that are outside the game. Did they change a candidate?
Mm-hmm.
Have they withdrawn 3 the last 6 weeks? Are they going through DP fines like John Rahm is? Did they quit the Live Tour? And so now everything's off their shoulders. Like Brooks, like it's totally different, right? And so I think it's just a matter. It'll be interesting to see all that adds up and kind of just makes everything together.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess that's our cue. That's right on time, actually. No, you're fine. Oh, no, you're good, love. We are wrapping it up. All right, guys, this has been Jemiah. That is Dr. Rowdy James Hope, semi-professional golfer. Should have gone pro, but nobody wants to live that life. Actually, maybe they do. I don't know. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back for the U.S. Open around Juneteenth. Thereabouts is usually when it is Father's Day. So we're gonna do it. Where is U.S. Open? This is at Shinnecock?
Yeah, so I'll get a little feedback from some of the boys on this trip because they played there. Get a little feedback from them.
Oh shit, yeah,
I might do this one. I might do that one virtually from Dad's house in Boise.
You can do it remote. All you need is the app, dude, and talk shit to Dad. Yeah, dude, that'll be dope. Hell yeah. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time on To the Window, guys. If you can't afford to bet it, don't bet it. If a bet makes you sweat, you're not doing it right. We'll catch you next time on To the Window podcast. See you guys. Love. Beat that red button.